So I have no problem with the transgender community. I feel like you can be whatever you want to be, but there are certain things you can't bring that into. You can't bring it in the military. You can't bring it into things where it's straight men and the men are not in support of that. It's sad to see. Okay, personally, it's sad to see, but I have no problem with it as long as you don't push it on the children and you don't try to trick people and make them think you something that you're not. Because to me, if you're supposed to be something, you should be proud of it. And if you that proud of it, then don't hide who you are. Don't hide who you are and who you say you are and what you claim to be and represent and stand for. Don't do that. If you're gonna do something, be all you gonna be, you know. But I'm just gonna tell you and drop a few gems. The majority of men, I want to say almost out of 100, I want to say maybe 95 or 98% of those men are not with that shit. They don't want it. Not the straight real men. They don't want it at all. Ain't none of them with it. But you do got some men that are, doing some cross dressing and putting a couple of pink eggs in their basket. Got a little yoo-hoo in their bloodstream. Yeah, been baptized in chocolate chip cookies. They're pretty sweet. So it is what it is. Just don't bring it to people that ain't with it. If somebody say they ain't with it, don't force it on them. And that's what I see a lot of you guys doing in the gay community was never like that. And that's kind of bad, But that shit Obama said, hell to the no, to the double no, to the N-O. Ain't nobody feeling none of that shit you got to say. Even a lot of the women had something to say about that. You're dangerous, bro. You're dangerous. You dangerous. No. Men don't want that, and they not with that. Men don't like BBLs.
Oh no.
And ladies, if you don't want to put in the work to get you a man, then you gonna have to die alone, black ladies, because there ain't no other men in line in abundant numbers to get you guys. You can't beat numbers, and the men are just not there. Oh my God! You don't got the cards. Like Trump told Zelensky, you just don't have the cards. Okay, you don't have the cards.
Bro.
With the men, you got the cards. Without the men, you don't got the cards. You just don't got the cards. Okay, and that's just the truth. So, I needed to say that. But like I said, to me, on the planet right now, it's a war against masculine men and women. Masculine women who think, act, and want to be men that are not men and weren't created to be.
Sorry, bro.
Anytime you go against your nature, you're going to run into problems.
Oh no.
You're just going to run into problems. Example, if a woman thinks she's a man and goes in the ring with a real man, she's going to have some problems. If a woman thinks she's a man and goes on the street and goes to attempt to fight a man or to belittle or disrespect a man, she's going to have some problems. Because real men ain't playing that shit. And guys, y'all need to stay out of this shit and let them get what they gonna get, because they should be doing the shit they doing. A man got enough sense to know what we shouldn't do. Example, I'll give you another one. Shit. Excuse me. Chick in the parking in New York. I saw that video. And when they show the video, they show her getting jumped. And I'm like, damn, they jumped her. But we all know they jumped her for a reason, right? And everybody like, oh no, that could be not the case, and maybe she didn't do anything, maybe she didn't say nothing. So a couple of days later, a whole new video comes out showing the whole thing. And she went over there really trying them people saw she was outnumbered, and yet she went over there and still threw a fit and started talking shit to them and getting in their face and walking towards them. And you see that it's 4 or 5 people over there. That's against you. A man, though, we don't do that. You don't know what them people got. But the dumb women don't seem to get it. So she walks on over and she's going off on them people. And she's snapping. She already in the space, okay? She's snapping and going off on the people. Already done got the space. Going on about your business, lady. Don't go getting into it with people you outnumbered and you can't do nothing with them. Y'all, the problem with the black women is you guys think that ain't nobody gonna do nothing to you, and that's where you're gonna get your problem, your wake-up call. Your nigga wake-up call.
Say what?
Oh my God.
So she walked over there, studied egging it on and provoking them even more, and one of the men that was a cis man was going off on her back. And then the other ones, women and people, was standing around, and there was a group of them, and she just kept going. And the dude just walked up, and she walked closer, and the dude just jumped out the sidewalk and jumped on her fucking ass. And let me tell you something. When I watched what happened, she deserved what she got. I'm sorry, she did. Because if you got the space, and the people over there are ways away from you, and you're going to continue to walk talking shit to more people than it is you, and you ain't got nothing to defend yourself with, and you gonna keep going over there thinking that you just gonna disrespect and say disrespectful things. They might be saying disrespectful things to you. That don't matter. It's more of them than you. You got the space. You already won the battle. Get your ass on about your business. But they beat her ass.
Say what?
They all started putting them hands on her ass. She got 2-piece, 3-piece, 4-piece with the biscuit.
No.
Everything, man. They putting them hands on her ass, okay?
Oh, no.
And all them beating on her, she still came out looking cool. You know, we just throw it around a little bit. But she came out looking cool. But they was whooping on her ass, let me tell you. So, they beating on her, okay? And it's over. She said, oh, y'all gonna die, y'all gonna die. And she going to her trunk. To go in her trunk. She didn't have nothing in her trunk. She just went in there. I don't know what she got out, like her hair. Or she got out something, a bag or something. I don't know. But she didn't have nothing on her. She was a student. That ass whooping just frustrated her and made her upset that she got dead like that because she didn't see that coming.
Sorry,
she didn't see that one coming. But guess what? I saw it coming. I saw it coming like a freight train with no brakes with bright lights in the middle of the darkness. I saw it coming. And she had that one, like Goofy said, you had that one coming. She did. Goofy said, you had that one coming. She did. Oh, fuck, she did. She had it coming. And she deserved it because you supposed to go on about your business, ladies. You're not supposed to be over there fighting with people. You see you outnumbered, you outgunned, you outflanked, you overrun. You ain't got no playing cards. You ain't got the cards. Like Trump say, that's gonna be my new one. You just don't have the cards, okay? With a man, you would have had the cards. You had a man, you would have had the cards. But even then, you ain't supposed to do what you doing. You supposed to be cool. You got your space. Walk on about your business, letting them say whatever they want. That's what a man would have done. A smart man would have done. Got his space, went on about his business. He ain't gonna fight over no damn space that ain't yours. There's free spaces everywhere. You just would have had to walk to where you had to go. But you gonna go over there and be big bad Billy. Go over there and be big bad gun-ho man. Come out and be masculine. Not feminine. You gonna go because a feminine woman never would have did that. You gonna go over there being man woman, manly woman. And you gonna say all this disrespectful stuff without your backup.
Oh, no.
And you saw how that worked out. Okay? You got what you deserve. I'm sorry, but you did. You shouldn't have never went over there doing it. You did have that one coming. And you got what you deserved. Shouldn't have happened. Shouldn't have happened. Wouldn't have happened, but it did happen. Because you went over there and you asked for it. So you got what you was gonna get. Ain't nothing in that ain't no ending other than hands. Free hands. free 5 pieces and 2 pieces and 3 pieces and 4 pieces. That's all it is. And they was handling her. Like they was yoking that weave around and giving them hands to her all day long. And then black guys came over, you know, and wanted to come and stand for her. But other black men say, no, let them stand on their own because they don't want to listen to the men. They got what they deserve. And I agree with that. I agree with that guy. First, when I saw the first video, I didn't agree with him. Like, damn, you know. I felt bad for her because I do agree with that. If you ladies are going to jump out here and want to be Conan and want to be the man and want to be all man and not woman, then guess what? You get what you deserve. You get what you deserve. You get what you deserve. Okay? That's like I say, when you go against your nature, you're going to run into problems when you're not in alignment with your nature of who you really are. And you're a feminine woman. You're supposed to be. You're masculine. And it's just sad, bro. Typical woman. Going to college, want to get a degree, independent. And she got dealt with independently. By herself, she was independent. And them hands was landing on that head and that face. It was landing. Them hands was coming, boy. Gay dude putting it to her. The girls were putting it to her. Another guy was putting it to her. Another woman was she was getting hammered. Okay. But she still came out good with all them punching on her. You know, I guess black don't crack. You know, she tough. I saw a lady in the gym today walk by me like a little man, like a little Conan walk by me. I mean, I could demonstrate the walk to y'all. She had strong on her t-shirt. Strong, okay? She had a little booty, light skin, little hair in the ponytail. She looked all right. But that shit right there, that ain't happening, that ain't working. When you get to why you by yourself. You stand alone, you down that hill by yourself. Ain't no man want no woman that's like a fucking man. What we gonna do? Fight over that's my protein shake. No, that's my protein shake. Nah, ain't nobody got time for that, bro. I'm just, man, look. Masculine is just not the way you want to go, men. If you get with a masculine woman, and masculinity, I'm sorry, ladies, but it is something that you cannot turn off. Once you turn it on, you're stuck with it. It's power. It's within you. It becomes a part of you. Your thinking, your being, the way you look at things, you can't turn masculinity off. You just can't. It's a competitiveness, a combativeness, a fight. And women are worse than men to me. Women are worse than men to me because men have enough sense to know not to do certain things, and women just don't think about that. They just do crazy shit anyway. They go overboard, over the cliff, just to the very end, to the breaking point, to snap, till the motherfucker just snap. And then they get the end of the stick that they didn't want. Instead of shutting your mouth, being quiet, and going on about your business. To me, that's craziness. That's y'all being crazy. And you gonna get what you deserve. When you be crazy like that, you gonna get what you deserve. And a lot of y'all getting wiped out because y'all don't know how to close your mouths and going on and mind your business and don't disrespect the wrong men or the wrong people. Then you end up getting that bad end of the stick. So, I mean, I don't condone beating on the women or doing nothing to the women, but I'm looking at what y'all are doing, and I'm telling y'all, a lot of y'all ain't gonna make it. Y'all not gonna make it because y'all doing everything against God and everything against the natural way of things. This whole feminist movement thing, this is against God in every way you want to shape it. I don't care what nobody got to say about it. It is against God. It is against the natural way of things. This planet has been here a long time, and it has worked just fine the way that it was. You're not going to reinvent the wheel, reshape the wheel, reforge the wheel. You're just not going to be able to do that. And you guys are just went overboard going against God and your creator. I'm looking at stuff that just makes no sense to me at all. Democratic people going crazy. You know, we sat down here through Sleepy Joe turn, and Sleepy Joe was asleep at the wheel. Kamala is no better. She like a blind person in the back seat. She just, man, look, they started this whole war to me. They started it all. And now we all going through it, and everybody expecting Trump to do magic when Biden is the one that put us in the situation. So we're just gonna forget what he did. Again, to me, this is like women versus men. A woman creates a problem, not listening. Takes the man the wrong way. The man is telling the woman not to do that. That this is what's gonna happen when you do that. She does it anyway. And then wants to say, well, that's the past. We here now. You need to get us out of it. And that's what I'm seeing when I look at it. Just like women running the shit and it just getting messed up. And then the man real men got to come in and fix what the women are running. Well, how many times we going to let them lead us to the cliff or put us in front of the firing squad or take us into the death trap and we going to miraculously make it out alive and save everybody? That's not going to keep happening. Somewhere along these lines, people going to have to take a stand, and I'm sorry, but to me, the whole planet divided, especially the United States. It is divided. People who want to live the normal, natural way we was living before in the world we know before, that world is like gone. Like, we got to bring it back. And then people that want to live in this crazy upside down world where the good is the bad and the bad is the not so bad. Right is wrong and wrong is right. I'm sorry, but I can't do that. When you got science that proves that proves this is the way things work and this is the way we've been doing it, and then you got people coming in trying to go against what we know to be facts and make up their own rules, like the transgender man is a woman and he can have menstrual cycle. I mean, dude, when I heard what Doge had uncovered in the White House, it just blew my mind. It just blew my mind at how we needed Doge to show us that stuff. And then now we sitting here looking at everything and everybody want to come down on Trump to be Mr. Magic Man and fix everything that Biden destroyed in 4 years. He took us way off track and off the cliff. And now you expecting him to come in here and be the perfect guy and do all this stuff. It's just like a man in a relationship with a woman and she making tying all these knots for him to untie. And then at the same time, he expected to perform, do all these things and still come out and be the man and still be sane and still be able to smile with her, entertain her after all the shit she caused. Plus he got to work. Plus he got to provide. Look, ladies, there ain't no man that exists that's like that. You're never going to get that guy. And if you're waiting for that guy going on and sail over to an island and just stay over there and wait for him. Because if you waiting for him, you're going to die by yourself. Ain't that man don't exist. He ain't coming. The men are taking a stand. And I'm going to tell you what you're going to see in the future. A lot more women selling themselves. And a lot more women dying. And a lot more women homeless. And a lot more women by themselves going through hardships. Men not helping them, men that walking by them and their children. Because you best believe that if they pass that law and bring that law here that they trying to bring here, that they got half of the UK paying, 30% of the male population over there paying child support for kids. They ain't never even slept with the woman just because they treated them kids like they own. I'm sorry, but that shit come over here. You ladies gonna get walked by. The American men ain't gonna go for it. We ain't like them. We ain't gonna go for it. We built different. We a different cloth. They bring that over here, me ain't gonna walk by children and not even say hello. Me ain't gonna walk by the woman with her children, not even hold the door for her. You ladies are really getting rid of the nice, courteous gentlemen. Feminism gets rid of good men. Feminism gets rid of chivalry. It just kills chivalry completely.
No.
It's gone. Y'all murdered chivalry. Y'all shot it down, stabbed it in the back, killed it. Y'all assassinated that. There ain't no more of that.
No.
Men are just not doing that shit no more. Men are waking up. They're starting to see that they save more money. They keep their sanity. They have a most peaceful life. And they can get more things and keep more money in their pocket and do more for themselves if they just cut the women out and just see them for who they are. You know, use them for what you can use them. Sleep with them and that's it. Pay them, gone on, boom. This really what it's going to turn to. This is what you guys are creating. And that's the world y'all making. And when y'all get in that world, it ain't going to be no coming out. Because men are not versatile. A lot of men are not versatile like that. The majority of men are not. Once they switch, y'all doomed, bro. You ladies are doomed. And let me tell you, when you think you can do it on your own, everything in this world that we know and have come up seeing and growing to know requires maintenance. All material things, relationships, bodies, cars, houses, apartments, dogs, animals, requires maintenance. The men are the ground keepers. I'm sorry. You guys don't have your Mercedes-Benz that this becomes a communist country. You guys don't have your Mercedes-Benz and all your things functioning if the men withdraw. You ladies' world will collapse. Everything will go bad. Without men running the infrastructure and keeping all y'all lights on and all your shit going, you guys don't got nothing. And I'm telling you, you're not going to win that battle. You're not going to win that war. You're just not. I'm sorry. But somebody got to say it, because the way y'all going, it's over for you. It is over for you. Them men sat there and let that guy on that talk show, that podcast, they sat there and let that guy die, stand alone on that boat, die alone on his boat. He didn't die though. He kept speaking his truth, and it was the truth, and we all knew it was true. Everything he said was 100% right, and I support what he's saying 100% because he told the truth. And men are just tired of it. You can hear the frustration in his voice. All we want are simple, feminine women, and you guys want to be men and want to have power and want to try to do and be what you want to do, what you see men do, and have what you see men have. Basically competitors to the men. And the men are not going to ever look at a woman as a competitor. I'm sorry, ladies, it's just not going to happen. So, that's my 2 cents on it. I hope it helps. Good day. If you like my video, give me the thumbs up. Okay? I put up a new video almost every day or every other day. So, yeah, give me a thumbs up. Share and subscribe. Likes are free. So, no excuses. There you go. Have a good day.